I'm so sleepy. I'm gonna make this quick as possible because it's 3:07 a.m. Something that's good but bad about pretty privilege is that you feel guilty if like too many people like you at once. Because it's just like I can't date all of you, and I don't even, especially because I'm celibate and I'm monogamous. I'm not trying to date anybody. And it feels like people just feel entitled to you after some point. And it's just like, I don't know, they feel entitled to a version of you that should never change in their eyes. They put you on a pedestal like I'm supposed to always be the perfect Madonna in their eyes with a little bit of edge where I teeter the horror area but don't fully fall into it. I can never truly be somebody to them. I have to be a fantasy. I have to be the cute girl next door in a sundress. I have to be the vivacious borderline vixen who wears flowy sundresses but knows how to belly dance and spin in a circle and be everything at once that they like in a woman. And it's so much pressure. It leaves no room for realism, which is why I fight not to be in those restraints. But sometimes those restraints help. Sometimes they do. Because you know what? If you objectify yourself a little or sexualize yourself a little or just simply look pretty at the right times, you can get what you want. I wore a pusher bra tonight, and also allegedly my boobs have grown to 36 double D after being 34D. I don't know why. It just happened. Shit happens. I don't know. All I know is, guess what? I fucking went out and like several points I was able to get whatever the fuck I wanted tonight just by being a beautiful girl with big luscious melons and a sweet innocent energy. And I was able to get whatever I wanted because I thought this is a cute little black girl with the right amount of class. She's like Diane Carroll meets Grace Kelly, but she still has an amazing flair and edge to her as if she's Juno at the same time. Or, I don't know, it's so confusing. How is she like Anna Nicole Smith, but also Marilyn Monroe, but also Jane Mansfield, but this and that all at once? I know how to play the game in theater field, but at some point you get tired. You're just like, I'm winning the game, but did I even want to play it in the first place? I think it's stupid and frustrating, like a fucking white boy in the fourth grade trying to play a game of Call of Duty. But you know what? You keep playing it because you know that at some point you'll win. Or will you? Will winning make it worth all the headaches, the frustration, the anger? I'm just saying. But you know what makes me feel good? Is when I wear the right outfit with the right amount of colors, the right amount of flair, the right amount of pop. I'll leave my house looking gorgeous, but you know what? I'll still have to deal with judgmental looks and snark from other women. I could have sworn some ugly bitches called me a bad word on my way to a bathroom earlier, but you know what? I get to be the girl that has every single thing she wants that evening paid for by someone else. They have to be the ones to serve me. So they can be as mad as they want, but in their shoes, I would not act like them, and that's why I get what I want and they don't. I have a mindset of abundance and respect for other people. Believe it or not, I actually am able to love and respect and appreciate. So, I will say though, at some point, it's like too many people will just have feelings for me at once in the same spaces, and it feels awkward. It's like, yay, I'm so glad that you like the way I dance and make jokes and talk, and so you tip me extra in the bucket. But deep down, it's like I know that's because we have maybe two more times of this, of you giving me big tips before you eventually give me your phone number. And then whatever wholesome, peaceful facade of me being the girl you look forward to see every fucking week will go away. It'll go away with you realizing that I have multiple facets to my personality, that I have things about me that don't fit your image. You want a sweet, sexy girl next door who's so wholesome, so innocent, but at the same time demands only the best luxury experiences, the men with the most money, the men with the most everything. But deep down, I know myself. I know where certain mental shortcomings are, or perceived shortcomings. I know where certain mental fallbacks lay. I know what about my personality you will not like, and that is something I cannot tolerate. Because sure, you can love me when I have the nice, flowy, long, colorful wigs. Sure, you can love me when I have the wonderful braids or the cute twists or the afro puffs, but can you love me when my hair is so fucked up and tangled that I look like a human pine cone? Or The Weeknd back when he did cocaine and all sorts of drugs at the same time. You can like me when I'm sweet and docile and gentle and talking to you in all the right ways, but deep down, What if you're like one of those assholes who decides, ooh, Tamia is such a mystery, I must get to know more about her. You stalk me online, you find videos of me crying over a heartbreak, or talking about my suicidal thoughts, or discussing homicide, or Anne Boleyn, or ho shit, or liking men with money, or any of my rage and my trauma, and then the fantasy dies for you because you were never able to see me as human in the first place. And then what? And like that disgusts me. Because if you want a fantasy, go ahead and be a fantasy. You do not need to follow me. You do not need to subscribe to me. You can just keep me as a fantasy in the small little box you have of me mentally. And if you try to stalk me, you're going to learn I have a personality and a life outside of whatever you want me to have. It's like, yeah, it turns out I have more to me than you can think of. There's realism, but people don't get turned on by realism. People are sick fucks. If you're poor and you're struggling, they will not give you money. But if you just so happen to be a hot girl with big tits, oh, suddenly it's nothing to give you money. Or worse, sometimes you'll meet dudes where it's like, they won't give you money if they hear you struggling, even if you're a hot girl. They'll be like, no, I want to date you and cherish you and appreciate you. But deep down, they'll spend probably 6 times as much on dinner dates and all that just to still, even when they want to fuck you, still subconsciously hope that you never fuck them. It's like a weird findom thing where they just want to keep investing money in you and getting rejected over and over to simulate a challenge. And it's supposed to be some sort of flattery that they feel like you're deserving of that. Deep down, you just want your storage bill paid. You just want the fucking money to cover that and your hair getting done. But no, men want to instead pay for a bunch of overpriced dinners and to talk over you or through you or pretend they're listening to what you're saying and to have the fantasy of you while actually never delivering your own fantasy. And I'm sick of it. I guess I don't know, it feels weird. It feels powerful, but it feels disgusting in a sense. Like how you'd feel if you felt like a piece of meat in a room full of drooling dogs, where their saliva just is barely touching you and they're just waiting for a chance to pounce, to know when it's okay to go. It's not always the best feeling. For example, recently I had hosted an event and I was helping out as the DJ. And this one guy saw me in my beautiful silk dress and he was flirting with me. And I didn't mind too much. And then this other guy, who I frankly find more compatible, he saw this going on. And like guy number 2, the guy who I like more, saw guy number 1 flirting, and he jostles past him and interrupts us talking just to very brazenly like open my tip jar and throw in some money. And he did that on purpose because he, like, if you saw the way he did it, you would have been like, yeah, guy number 2 did it to embarrass guy number 1, to outsmart him, to make him look weak and inferior to me, so that then he could look like the more impressive man. Because instead of just being some guy giving out compliments, he's like, nope, that's my woman, that's my territory, I'm gonna toss her a few fucking dollars because she deserves it, and because I'm staking her as mine. It makes me sick when men try to claim me as theirs before they even know me. I just can't handle that shit, okay? I just can't. I don't like the idea of being owned. Like, I live in the best state of the world where we live in the most peaceful point in human history. And I'm just trying to live my life and be happy. But the tragic thing is, pretty privilege helps unlock doors that otherwise might not open for someone like me. A black person, an autistic person, someone who is Native American mixed with black, and someone who is a woman and disabled, and plenty more. And also non-binary, but that doesn't come up much. I'm just saying. So you know what? If I can increase the odds of how well my life goes with a little bit of lip gloss and the right headscarf or the right hair gel and the right push-up bra, okay. If that can make certain people go from, oh, why would I want to be invested in her business, to like fully like I approached some business today offering to collaborate, and let's just say several times I'm sure the guy would have been awkward, but he instead chose to be like, ooh, look at those fucking huge tits damn near busting out her shirt. Hell yeah, I'll give her my contact information. And it's like a weird subconscious thing. Tonight I was dancing at a venue, and this guy who's been interested in me for a while, the same bartender, like, he was there, and he kind of thought to himself, I don't think she actually wants to date me, but I know what can get her to message me. And you know what he did? He said, I have someone in my life who could get you a venue for events you want. Here's my number, blah, blah, blah. I knew what he was doing. I still accepted the number because I thought to myself, okay, just because he gave me the venue doesn't mean I need to go on any sort of date with this man, because I don't see us as compatible. But you know what? I appreciate it. Pretty privilege opens doors. You get better treatment, more warmth, all that. Not always, though, and that's the reason why I don't have many friends that are cis women, because I don't like the feeling of competition that always comes. And funny enough, that's how I know sometimes when I look too good. If I look too good, it'll be like a shit ton of cis straight women trying to shit down my throat for no fucking reason, trying to nitpick and find reasons not to like me. And then meanwhile, usually if they're like a man or non-binary or whatever, that shit doesn't apply to them. They're just like, oh, okay, that's Tam. She looks good, she looks great, and I would like to get her anything she wants. And I like that. I don't know, I'm just saying, dog. But those are just my thoughts. What can I say? I guess I'm just trying to say it's disappointing, and it feels weird. It feels flattering and like a blessing, of course, and I know some people I would kill for that sort of attention, but it still feels weird. You'll see people one week act like you're not human, and then the next week, with you being the same way, but you took off your jacket and added a little bit more lip gloss, and suddenly they're calling you the hot girl, and everybody knows your name, and everyone's being so warm and acting like, like it's your fucking, uh, fucking, I don't know, bar mitzvah or something. Like, damn near they want to put you on a chair and bounce you across the entire fucking room. These niggas, dog. And it's just wild to me that people would do certain things. I don't know how to explain it, but I'm glad I can get opportunity. And sometimes I feel guilty, even though, like, I'll put it this way, with the power of beauty, you also get the power of delicacy. And as a black woman, I'll put it this way, my ancestors worked themselves to the fucking bone. So you know what? I got lucky enough where I came out hot, and I can just simply allow myself to unwind and de-stress, as I'm allowed to get away with whatever I want because people just think I'm hot, or they think I'm cool or pretty or sociable or personable enough. It doesn't matter what I do. I could say the most offensive shit ever. They will let me get away with it. I can do certain things that are so fucked up, and I get away with. I don't know how to feel. It goes against what I morally believe in, but it benefits me and it makes me feel ill. And just the fact that it's the fact that I can do anything I want. But there's still limits. Like, to an extent, I can do whatever I want. Say fucked up jokes, laugh at fucked up things, all that. But there's still a limit. And you never know when a man's fantasy can go from, haha, she's such a cool, chill, funny girl, to, oh, she's too much for me. And then next thing you know, a bunch of doors close just because a man's affections can control your fucking life, which I hate. And I don't think it should be that way. It makes me sick. Like, what? I could piss off, like, the wrong guy and suddenly everything fucks up for me that I worked so hard for. Or, I don't know, hell, I could put on lip gloss and just fucking outdo, like, tons of other hardworking people who might even have somehow better ideas than me, just because I happen to look good and be the owners of a venue's type or something. Like, is that what you want to tell me? I don't know. It's just disturbing. A lot of things about it are disturbing, but regardless, I'm just happy to be alive. Peace out.